Did you know that some words coming out of your mouth can actually make your body believe it's sick, even when it's not? And the worst part? Many older adults say these phrases every single day without realizing they're programming their own bodies to feel weak, tired, or unwell. In this video, you'll discover which words sabotage your health and how to replace them with expressions that spark energy and vitality. Words carry a quiet, and often underestimated, power. Every time you talk about your body, your brain listens. And it doesn't distinguish between venting, exaggeration, or truth. To your brain, everything you say becomes a command, an instruction about what should happen inside you. For example, when an older person says, "I'm all worn out," the brain interprets that as an order: slow down, reduce energy, feel exhausted. If someone repeats every day, "My mind is going," the brain starts weakening the circuits linked to memory and attention. It's as if words function like a computer program that shapes your body from the inside. This isn't magic, it's science. Neuroscience research shows that language directly influences biology. People who use positive and hopeful expressions have more balanced levels of cortisol, the stress-related hormone. And this shows up in their immune function, sleep quality, and even recovery from illness. Now consider the opposite. How many times have you heard someone say, "My blood pressure is always high, my legs don't work like they used to," or, "At my age, I can't do that anymore"? These phrases may sound harmless, but they're self-fulfilling prophecies. The body starts responding as if those statements were true. And what began as a simple complaint gradually turns into an actual symptom. The truth is, your body believes what your mind repeats. Negative vocabulary becomes a kind of internal noise that drains your energy, your mood, and even your hope for improvement. It's like trying to drive with the parking brake on. You move forward, but something's always holding you back. Many older adults speak this way because they grew up hearing that getting old means getting sick. But that's a myth. Aging is natural, yes, but constantly falling ill isn't a biological requirement. Often, it's the result of beliefs reinforced by your own words. You're watching Life Guidance After 60, a channel created especially to offer advice and life stories for those over 60. Since we're a new channel, we need your help. Please hit like and subscribe to stay updated with our upcoming stories. A study conducted by Yale University followed older adults for over 20 years and found something remarkable. Those who held a positive view of aging lived, on average, 7.5 years longer than those who saw themselves as old and frail. 7.5 years, just from believing they still had vitality. Now think about this. If merely your attitude toward aging can change your life expectancy, imagine the impact of the words you say every day. When you label yourself as sick, weak, or useless, your brain understands there's no reason to fight back. It reduces production of neurotransmitters that boost energy and focus. But when you describe yourself as recovering, getting better, or learning to work with my body, your brain activates resilience pathways, releases dopamine, and even strengthens immune responses. That's why it's crucial to pay attention to how you talk about yourself. This isn't about denying reality, it's about changing how you express it. Instead of saying, "These pains are killing me," try, "I'm finding ways to ease these pains." Swapping, "I have no energy left," for, "I'm regaining my strength," sends a completely different signal to your body. And that signal changes everything, from your mood to your metabolism. In the next few minutes, we'll reveal the most dangerous phrases that trick your body into believing it's worse off than it really is. And also show you how to replace them with words that restore strength, confidence, and hope. Now that you understand the power of words, imagine what happens when these negative phrases are repeated daily, year after year. The brain starts accepting them as absolute truths, and acts to confirm what you've said. It's as if each sentence becomes a silent command to weaken. When you say, "I'm too old for this," your body hears, "Stop trying." When you repeat, "My legs have no strength anymore," your brain replies, "Understood, reduce muscle strength." And so, without realizing it, you're training your own body to give up. This self-suggestion is powerful. Scientists call this the nocebo effect, the opposite of the well-known placebo effect. While placebo improves the body through positive expectations, nocebo does the reverse. It makes you sick through negative belief. And this effect is real, measurable, and has been proven in numerous clinical studies. In one Stanford University experiment, volunteers who believed they were inhaling a toxic substance experienced shortness of breath and heart palpitations, even though they were only breathing clean air. Their bodies reacted to the idea, not the reality. The same happens with your words, they shape your physiology. Saying, "This pain is going to kill me," causes your brain to release stress hormones, constrict blood vessels, and amplify the sensation of pain. On the other hand, someone who says, "This pain will pass," activates the parasympathetic nervous system, reducing tension and supporting recovery. But it's not just your body that's affected. Words also shape your emotional identity. When someone constantly defines themselves as sick, weak, or useless, they start behaving in ways that match that identity. The brain creates a model of who you believe you are, and then acts to keep that image consistent. If you say, "I'm forgetful," it stops trying to memorize things. If you say, "I'm no good for anything anymore," it shuts down curiosity, motivation, and the desire to learn. And here's the most dangerous part. The more you repeat these phrases, the more your brain strengthens the neural connections tied to the problem. It's like carving a path through a forest. The more you walk it, the clearer the trail becomes. Over time, the brain only recognizes that route, and you become trapped by your own words. That's why so many people seem to age suddenly. It's not just the body that ages, it's the language that ages the mind. Phrases like, "My age won't allow it," "I don't have a future anymore," or "That's not for me," literally close doors in the brain. They block areas linked to neural plasticity, the ability we all have to keep learning and adapting throughout life. But here's the good news, that path can be rebuilt. The brain is plastic. It can regenerate, form new connections, and reverse old thought patterns. It all starts with one simple shift: how you talk about yourself. Saying things like, "I'm aging with wisdom," "My body is adjusting," or "I'm learning something new every day," completely changes your brain's response. This isn't illusion, it's neuroprogramming. You're teaching your body to strengthen itself instead of giving up. Doctors who treat more optimistic patients notice something interesting. They experience fewer medication side effects, recover faster from surgeries, and manage chronic pain more effectively. The difference isn't just in the treatment, it's in the story they tell themselves. So before you assume your words don't matter, remember. They're the first treatment your body receives every single day. And they can also be the first poison. In the next few minutes, we'll reveal the most common expressions that make you appear, and feel, sicker than you really are. And once you understand what they trigger inside your body, you'll never repeat them the same way again. Now let's look at the words that, without you even realizing it, make you seem, and feel, more unwell than you actually are. Pay close attention, because you might say some of them often, and have no idea how much they're sabotaging your health. The first one is, "I'm getting old." Said with resignation, this phrase is a sentence. It teaches your body that time is an enemy, when in reality, it's just a process. Every time you say it, your brain reduces dopamine production, the hormone tied to motivation. The result? You feel more tired, less enthusiastic, and increasingly unwilling to do things. Replace it with, "I'm entering a new phase of life, and I still have so much to discover." This simple shift reactivates your brain, bringing back curiosity, movement, and purpose. The second dangerous phrase is, "There's no fixing me." It destroys hope, and without hope, there's no healing. Studies show that patients who believe they can get better have up to 40% higher chances of recovery. When you say, "There's no fixing me," your brain takes that as a signal to give up. But when you say, "I can still get better," it releases endorphins, serotonin, and neurotransmitters that help repair your body. That little word, still, changes everything. It opens a window to possibility. The third phrase is, my mind doesn't work like it used to. This is one of the most harmful things an aging person can say. By repeating it, you weaken your own brain. Memory, attention, and processing speed are all trainable, and when you declare you've lost those abilities, your brain conserves energy and stops trying. Swap it for, I'm training my mind every day. This statement sparks new neural connections and activates brain plasticity. The fourth phrase is subtle but destructive, it's just my age. How many times has something happened, a pain, a lapse in memory, fatigue, and you've brushed it off with this explanation? Saying, it's just my age, means giving up on finding the real cause and handing control over to time. In truth, many of these changes aren't caused by age at all, they stem from habits. Diet, sleep, physical activity, and mindset all carry far more weight than your number of years. Replace it with, my body is adjusting, and I can help it feel better. This version gives you power instead of taking it away. And the fifth phrase is one of the saddest, I'm no use to anyone anymore. It erases the value of your experience, wisdom, and presence, the very things only someone who's lived a long life can offer. Saying this is like rejecting your own story, and your body feels it. Apathy increases, the immune system weakens, and even your heart rate changes. But when you affirm, I still have so much to contribute, something wakes up. Your body responds with energy, your mind clears, and your spirit reconnects with purpose. These 5 phrases are like small doors. Each one can either trap you, or set you free. It all depends on how you choose to use them. Science has already proven that words shape the body. In a study conducted at the University of Wisconsin, older adults who described themselves in positive terms showed lower levels of inflammation and better recovery from illness. This isn't coincidence, it's neurochemistry. When you speak with hope, your body produces healing substances. When you speak with fear, it produces destructive ones. So starting today, pay attention to what you say. The words you choose aren't just sound, they're electrical signals that travel through your brain, move along your nerves, and influence every single cell in your body. You can program yourself to age with disease and limitation. Or you can program yourself to age with vitality and clarity. And it starts right now, with the next sentence you say about yourself. In the end, the words we use every day aren't just phrases, they're seeds. They take root in the mind and spread throughout the body, shaping thoughts, emotions, and even how our cells behave. That's why the way you talk about yourself is a direct reflection of how you're living. If your words are harsh, your body shuts down. If they're kind, it blossoms. And believe this, your body hears everything. It hears when you say, I'm done, and responds with exhaustion. It hears when you say, I'm getting better, and responds with energy. Your body is the faithful mirror of what you keep repeating. Many older adults go through life believing that aging is a punishment, but aging is a privilege. Every wrinkle tells a story, every mark holds a lesson, and every new morning is another chance to rewrite what you believe about yourself. Old age isn't the end of the road, it's the beginning of a more conscious journey, where wisdom takes center stage and time becomes an ally. What truly ages you isn't the number of years, it's the weight of the negative words you carry. Saying, I can't, I'm not able to, or it's too late, is like putting invisible chains on your own feet. But all it takes is a shift in tone. Just say, I can try, I'm still learning, or my body is responding well, and those chains break. Energy starts flowing again, your mood shifts, and even your posture changes. Remember, healthy aging begins with how you speak to yourself. You don't need to wait for a diagnosis, a symptom, or a doctor's warning to change how you treat yourself. Start now. Watch your words, especially the ones you use when you're tired, frustrated, or afraid. In those moments, the urge to put yourself down is strongest, but that's exactly when the power of language must work in your favor. Every time you think, there's no fixing me, say out loud, I have a body that learns. I have a mind that adapts. I have a heart that still wants to live. This simple declaration is an antidote to discouragement. It sends a clear message to your brain: there's still strength in here. And your brain responds by releasing substances that help you keep going. If you change your words, you change your feelings. If you change your feelings, you change your actions. And when you change your actions, you change your entire life. That's the true cycle of renewal. Starting today, speak to yourself with the same kindness you'd show someone you deeply love. Because deep down, that's what your body needs: care, not criticism. It already carries the weight of age, responsibilities, and memories. Give it something lighter, give it hope. And when someone tells you, "You're old," smile and reply, "No, I'm still under construction." That simple phrase shatters decades of negative beliefs and returns power to where it's always belonged, inside you. So repeat with me. My body is my ally. My words are my healing. My age is proof of my strength. That's the message Life Guidance After 60 wants to leave with you today, a reminder that health isn't just the absence of illness. It's the presence of self-love in every thought, every gesture, and every word. And if this video moved you, don't stop here. In our next video, we'll reveal the phrases that silently sabotage your medical treatment, expressions that even the best healthcare professionals can misinterpret and that prevent your body from responding to treatment the way it should. You'll be amazed by the power held in how you communicate, with your doctor, and with yourself. Because in the end, living well after 60 means learning to speak to your body in a language it understands, with love, respect, and faith in life. Our channel was created to share meaningful guidance and reflections for those living the best chapter of life, after 60. We're just beginning this journey, and we need your support to grow. So please, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and help spread these messages of inspiration.